Earlier this month, I reviewed the worst superhero movie out there, Max Steel. Now I'm going to review why I believe it's considered the second worst superhero movie out there, Zoom, starring Tim Allen. Is it really that bad? Or can this group of superheroes and their captain be brought to justice? Find out right now in this review. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2006 superhero comedy flick, Zoom. I said it was second worst. I could be wrong. I think it started right behind Max Steel and Super Babies, Baby Geniuses 2, so my mistake. Anyway, the film's based on the children's book Amazing Adventures from Zoom's Academy by Jason Letcoat. The film was directed by Peter Hewitt, who recently directed movies like Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, Tom and Huck, The Borrowers, and Garfield. Starring Tim Allen along with Courtney Cox, Chevy Chase, Spencer Breslin, and Rip Torn. Now, the film details a former superhero who is dragged into training four superpowered youths in becoming superheroes and combat an approaching threat. This film was originally released by Columbia for Revolution Studios. Anyway, the film was, of course, a major big dud at the box office, failing to only bring in $12 million, and of course was nominated for Worst Actor at the Razzies for Mr. Allen. Also, for two other movies released the same year, The Santa Claus 3 and The Shaggy Dog. Unfortunately, he lost that to the Wayans brothers for Little Man, also from Revolution. Anyway, I've seen this a few times, not a whole lot. Anyway, I don't factually consider this to be a guilty pleasure. It has some okay moments. Now, decades prior to the start of the film, the Zenith team are five young superheroes who fought to protect the world from evil, led by Jack Shepard, aka Captain Zoom, and his older brother Connor Shepard, aka Concussion. The American military sought to enhance the team's powers by using an experimental form of radiation called Gamma-13, and this made Zoom faster and stronger, but the Gamma turned Concussion to the dark side. Thinking Zoom and the team betrayed him, he killed Zoom's teammates Marksman, Ace, and Deravia. Concussion was believed to have been destroyed by Zoom at the cost of his powers, but was sent into another dimension instead. 30 years later, Dr. Ed Grant, the scientist behind the original Zenith project, discovers that Concussion is making its way back into their dimension. General Larrabee, the military officer in charge of the project, decides to form a new Zenith team to fight him. Jack finds himself dragged back into the project, this time as an instructor. Larrabee gives Jack the notice of a lengthy prison sentence should he refuse, or a payment of $500,000 for training the team. So Jack reluctantly agrees to help. In their secret base, Area 52, a reference to Area 51, he meets Marsha Holloway, who is a beautiful but clumsy psychologist and a big fan of Zoom's, and knows of him only through the comic book adaptations of the team's adventures. The project holds an audition of would-be team members, and four are selected. Dylan West, a 17-year-old boy possessing invisibility, Summer Jones, a 16-year-old girl with telekinetic powers and empathetic senses, who is played by Kate Mara, who years later would go on to play Sue Storm in the 2015 Fantastic Four movie. Yeah. Tucker Williams, a 12-year-old boy who can enlarge and inflate himself at will, who is played by Spencer Breslin, who, of course, would later re-team with Allen for the Santa Claus 3 that same year. And Cindy Collins, a 6-year-old girl with super strength, who, this is probably the one character that really saves this movie. But that's in my opinion. You don't have to take my word for it. At first, things do not go well with Jack being bitter about his past, and his sarcastic attitude disappoints Marcia. Dylan keeps trying to escape. Tucker has self-esteem problems and trouble controlling his powers, and the kids are annoyed by Jack's attitude. The team eventually forces Jack to face the fact that he's not really putting his heart into their training. Slowly, things begin to come together as the new team's abilities improve. They adopt identities. Jack first thought of calling Tucker the Incredible Bulk, Summer Mental Chick, Dylan Invisiteen, and Cindy Strong Girl. Crap. But the kids chose better names. Cindy calls herself Princess Tucker, which is absolutely cute in this one scene where she's left out these big, things like you see at a construction site or something like that. And she, throws them right at Jack, and he's like, "Why don't you get yourself a Rice Krispie treat?" Oh boy. Well, that's a little bit of something that saves this movie, but still. But the kids chose better names. Again, well, as I've said, now aside from Cindy, Tucker is called Mega Boy, Dylan's called Houdini, and Summer is Wonder, which she thanked Dylan for calling her that. Eventually, just as Concussion is about to arrive on Earth, it is discovered that Dylan also possesses a kind of. Sorry, I'm having trouble pronouncing. Clairsentience. Clairsentience. Ugh, crap. My mistake if I have trouble pronouncing this. Clairsentience. Also known as Mindsight, a rare power that allows him to discover Concussion's location and the project's true purpose. The team is meant merely as a distraction from the military's plans to capture Concussion in a special net that will cause his concussive blast to reflect on himself, neutralizing him. Marcia also reveals that she secretly possesses a form of rainbow-colored super breath, which she uses to aid the team in their escape when the military is about to transfer them to the Gamma 13 chamber. Using the malfunctioning flying saucer stored in the base, which they repair on the way, Jack escapes with the team, including Marcia. He's dropped off at a point in a desert where Concussion will arrive, planning to try to talk to him. Jack tells the team to avoid the confrontation, but they refuse. Now 5 seconds to stop this video, go to the description box below and fast forward to the ending to avoid any spoilers. If you had the guts to see the movie, continue on after the 5 seconds. Here we go. Okay, you've been warned. When Concussion arrives, Larrabee orders the net to be fired, but Concussion blasts it away and it almost lands on Cindy. This causes Jack to regain his powers and he saves her. Working together, the team and Marcia guide Concussion into a vortex that Zoom creates by running around in a circle at super speed in the opposite direction as before. Dr. Grant yells to Zoom that if he closes the vortex, they can save Concussion. The vortex ultimately removes the Gamma 13 from Connor and restores his powers to normal, thus turning him good again. And soon, Zoom and Concussion are reunited. 3 months later, Cindy is in a school play of Rapunzel, using her strength to pull the prince up the tower. Tucker is the goalie on the soccer team, and Dylan is dating Summer, who is on the cheerleading team, using her telekinetic power to help build an upside-down pyramid. In addition, they still work together with Zoom as the new Zenith team. End of story, my friends. Okie dokie. Now, what are my thoughts on Zoom? Well, it's factually an okay superhero movie. It's not quite too much too good or what have you. It has some downsides and why. It's been a long time since I last saw this movie, but I have seen it. But anyway, I realized nobody actually liked this movie because this film holds an approval of 4% on the tomato meter, which that's understandable, certainly. Well, not only that, I see this. Also, despite losing at the Razzie, Tim Allen did win the Worst Actor award for at the Stinkers Bad Movie Awards. Same thing with Chevy Chase for Worst Supporting Actor, which also was for Dougal, the animated movie. Spencer Breslin also won, and Zoom won the Foulest Family Film. Yes, which I completely can understand why everybody didn't enjoy this. The film is close to okay good, but it's actually more like okay, but not good though. Well, we do have a pretty good cast with Tim Allen, plus Courtney Cox as Marcia and Chevy Chase as Dr. Grant, and Rip Torn as General Larrabee. Anyway, and young Ryan Newman is Cindy. That's who I'm gonna mention. Let's see. Michael Cassidy is Dylan. And we have Kevin Zegers, who I remember him from Air Bud as Connor, aka Concussion. Let's see. Yeah. Well, the film's got some funny moments. Now I did know one scene where let me see. Tucker, Summer, and Cindy get Dr. Grant in a little bit of a predicament where they came in this little, I don't know, survival room or something, and they, well, really give it to him, especially when Cindy activates this here don't push button to activate a actual skunk that sprays its liquid on him, on the doctor. That is extremely crazy. But anyway, this could have used a little more spin polish, but this is definitely not a good superhero movie. So, uh, and Christoph Beck does the score, which I'd say is okay and all. So, would I recommend Zoom? Well, not really. Not really. I'm saying that's up to you. But I say don't, unless you're a Tim Allen fan or a Courtney Cox fan, or you just want something that might be considered okay, or maybe a so bad it's good movie. Because yeah, it's I factually consider it a so bad it's good movie. Although I've only seen it a few times, well, I almost do consider it. But that's it. That's all I'm telling you. Avoid this movie, or if you got the guts to see it, then go for it. But you don't have to take my word for it. So, what are your thoughts on this movie? Please tell me in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button below. Subscribe to my channel as well, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you a special review. It's an anniversary review. I know this film's turning 15 this year, so I'm reviewing it early, but a real anniversary review will be coming up soon, as I'll be reviewing the J-Lo flick, The Wedding Planner. Thank you very much for watching, and if you like this, check out these other bad superhero movies. In the upper left-hand corner is, of course, the film I talked about earlier, Max Steel. The upper right-hand corner is my review of Superman 4, The Quest for Peace from 1987, which is considered terrible. And the bottom left-hand corner is my review of Batman and Robin from 1997, which I know everybody don't like, but it's somewhat a guilty pleasure of mine in ways. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. And don't forget, I'm almost up to 300 subscribers. If I can give one more, I'd be very happy. Thanks for watching my review of Zoom. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.